Good afternoon from Down Under, everyone. My name is Fairmont Splits, and we're continuing our Let's Play of Rogue Trader, both DLCs included. This is part 49 of our Iconoclast run, and this is the end of Act 3 and the start of Act 4. So we'll get straight into it, so don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you've been enjoying the series. Otherwise, we'll flop that toast to the algorithm priest and commence.
With the physical horrors of Camorra behind them, a long and arduous journey possible only with the help of a Xenos guide lay ahead for the rogue trader and her party. From one strange destination to the next, through unknowable environments, the mere sight of which could drive one to madness. Despite the challenges, they managed to escape the labyrinthian webway and find their way back home.
Continue. I apologize for intruding upon your hard ground. This is where my journey from Camarog has taken me. Do you know anything about my abduction? You said you were with Serv Eldari once more. Are you seeking to use her again? What world is it? I'm sure you can bought the... Oh no, we're not going to say that. I will help you find your kin. How are things on Janus? Your kinsman inclined helped us escape from Komarag. Of course, good luck. Alright, so kind of a bit of a different intro to Act 4 because we're doing the Iconoclast route and, you know, we didn't massacre the Eldari wholesale. First off, how much do you know about my abduction? We will... It does not matter, the topic, my disappearance is closed. Where has my ship been all this time? Return to my duties immediately. I escaped from the dark scene of the Xenos and showed them mercy. I'm glad you're learning to understand me, Nomos. I insist on overly close contact, must have on Calyx. Xenos are attacking the Expanse. How far the worlds of my dynasty? So Xavier Calcor is leading the defense. What's the source of strife between Cindy and Kalagos? Anything else I should know? Someone's been discharged. Why? Will John, I'll go correct him in person. Thank you for your report. How is that possible? Well, what if your family is guilty? Then I mention that I will personally take part in the investigation. I'll make a decision. I have a question to ask you. What do you think is behind this door? Do your visions contain any clues of where to start looking? Did all you guys know into the door its whispers come from? I find it difficult to believe that suppressing your abilities is safe. What if it's a trap? I have no more questions. We will find this door, I give you my word. Just double check, I'm pretty sure it is... Yeah. We'll find this door, I give you my word. No, did not say who sent the message. Could it be a bluff? I reach for help your associates. Who is this colleague? Tell me more about Emelina. You say talking to her is a strange experience, what does that mean? Said the forbidden and the illicit, what does that entail? Oh, pardon me. Speak of her with obvious affection. The other mentioned Kazwa and the other agents operating the chronic expanse. We have a quick picture of Amelia. What is her message? How did you circumvent me and acquire information from astropathic message? Blah blah blah. Is there any hint of what exactly is threatening it? If I help you, what do I get out of it? Are you certain you're asking for my help for the sake of the Imperium and not because there's one of your own in trouble? I shall help you. Be good. I find always those who fail realize that Acolyte was a traitor. I apologize to everyone who's harmed by a deed, and that'll be enough. Are you alright? Or another refuge at the mercy. You share with them what you share with me in camaraderie. Surely they will understand your actions. They will forgive you, not all of them, not right away, but they will. Do you really not care about what happened, or are you trying to conceal your true feelings again? It's time to get back to work. I know that everyone makes mistakes and everyone hides the parts of their personality they're not proud of. It is true for both humans and Eldari. Alright. So that's all that sorted. And now, let us begin the arduous task of doing a round robin on our ships. I should think I actually got to travel before I unlock other stuff. Yeah, it's fine. Throw a save. Let's get this all out of the way, starting with the NPCs. The words epitaph or tech bite ring a bell. Have you bought anything interesting lately? Alright, Helmsman. Does the word epitaph mean anything to you? Are you in the Servitor's body at the Magna Ascension Nomus? Are you really the spirit of the ship? Bodies are not merely shells. Alright, enough about that for now. You read the databank has from Theodore's cache. The incident is marked from the beginning of Nomos. What do you mean by that? Shipwide failure of some kind. I wish to hear about the fuck rate to keep praise, blah blah blah. Alright. At the cargo. At the cargo. we want to give that to bugger logs. That's pointless. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, we definitely want that. Compensated gloves. Purity bolter, yeah, so you definitely want to go down Fellowship. Buy the stuff now. It's down this way. Oh. All the stuff. Christians. The armor for Pascal. That's for bugger logs. Yeah, okay. We're not going to sort out or worry about buying any gear just yet. Don't worry about that for now. Stalking boots. Mate. As well. Alright. And now we do a bit of a round robin. We'll check out the chapel. No, give me Cassia. Yeah, so we'll check out Cassia's, not Cassia's, we'll check out the chapel, see if there's any conversation. Speaking of Cassia though, let's sort out her levels before I forget. And then I need to swap some gear around. Actually, I may as well just leave it on Jay for now, because I have a feeling that Cassie is going to be the one getting constantly subbed out. So, much to my dismay. Right, willpower. It will not die. Glimpse of fate. Persuasion. Combat meditation. Opening strategy. Willpower. Decisive response. Vigil beyond time. Fellowship. Alrighty. Right.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Nothing there. Alrighty. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go pick up, after we get all this stuff sorted, first thing we're going to do is pick up Sourborn. And we'll level up everyone, because then everyone will be in the party. Then we'll sort out able stuff and go from there. Are you the ship's new confessor? You join your new position. Nope. How will the social life on your vessel change? Take leave. Chat with you. No, nothing there. Examine the strange young man. Become well. When was the last night you had sleep? You dare speak of me out of turn. Tell me more about the vision you had. You speak of the great grandfather with particular enthusiasm. What makes him so important? Put your faith to the test. And you without going to have the leadership, you have to work here to fill the rest of your life, cure people. Yeah, go on. Bugger off.
I always have a backup plan.
Alright, now we go to my quarters. We shall go get this achievement sorted. So we only have, what, 2 people to invite into the water. Alright, skip that. Ulfa. I want to hear a heroic tale of valor. Something amusing. Mean for a terrifying tale. Alright, that'll be all. Alright, Mazai is next. That's the achievement done there. Are you out of your mind? No. No. Alright. The achievement done. Everyone, we've had a bath of everyone. Huzzah. And now, well, let's begin the very painful conversations with everyone.
Broke free the bold from captors grasping. Dark cities, feeble dungeons, eternally disgracing. Flows now this saga in the hall of glorious feasting, where all extol the wolf mighty, and the yet fatter cunning. I hope you're not going to put off the feast. Our escape demands a grand celebration.
What do you plan on doing with your newly acquired freedom?
Find my pack. As we speak, they are likely performing some bloody service for Calcazar. For that reason, I want to have a word with the Inquisitor. Not everyone is granted the right to ask. What do you want to know? The Fenris...
Nothing really new there for you.
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversations.
Special site
I
reveal.
regret that I failed to see Iliad's designs through the prism of my own powers, Lord Captain. But now, I think I'm beginning to understand the Xenos' intentions a little better. Their lies, their fear, their fury. Now Iliad's colors are woven together in my eyes into a single, garish tapestry of alien emotions. And though its shining makes my eyes bleed, I see the way Iliad dissolves into the whiteness of grief every time she speaks of home. And the way crimson flashes electrify the air every time her betrayal is mentioned. Jai continues to envelop herself in the variegation of her habitual masks, changing her colors at will like so many garments. But deep within her heart, trembles a timid seedling the color of smoky lilies.
Ooh, pardon me.
It is grimy, burnt, and covered in ash. But it is genuine. Who knows? Perhaps one day Jai will allow it to grow and blossom. The fire of a rising sun illuminates Ulfar's face. A blaze so incandescent, it is painful to look at. But whenever the fire subsides, even for a second, at once an undercoat of dismal grayness and repulsive green haze envelops his shoulders. No one around him notices it, but I see. The Drukhari, Maradai, Eldari hues are always too bright. They stupefy the mind. But with this Xenos, I can only see billowing darkness where his heart should be. Nay, 1,000 shades of darkness, from a slate-colored haze to the midnight black of a starless sky. I prefer not to peer into the gloom of his colors, Lord Captain, lest it swallow me whole.
Do I take my leave?
I have enjoyed your company. Thank you for the conversation.
Alright, Argenta.
Greetings.
Nothing there. Abel? What about you?
Lord Captain?
The words epitaph mean anything to you?
No, definitely not. No, I don't recall anything like that.
Take leave.
Lord Captain.
Pyrex.
What can I do for you?
Leave. Ultimazazai. Triple quick save.
Rogue Trader.
Which name will bet you on your Cabal?
Ask your questions. I will decide which is worthy of an answer.
You are the Dragon of your Cabal. What does that mean exactly?
The Draken is the first among the blades of the Cabal of the Reaving Tempest, and the Drukhari who stands but one rung below the Archon. The Draken leads raids and wages wars against other Cabals, keeps the arrogant true-born and half-born upstarts at bay, and has the pick of any opponent in any battle. Irimeris used to have others in her inner circle, but I ensured that they all disappeared one by one, and that their successors were too terrified to take their place. That was when my sister engaged an incubi order to serve as her bodyguards. Incubi do not respond to fear or bribes.
What's about the conflict between you and your sister?
Must there be another reason beyond survival and ambition? Camorra does not tolerate weakness. Camorra respects only strength and cunning. Either you climb upward on the corpses of your enemies, or you become one of the steps underfoot.
How is it that the great and terrifying Mazazai is the only Dragon of the Cabal and not its Archon?
Keep your arrogance in check. Irimeris was clever and deadly, and if I had underestimated her abilities and strength, I would have been food for the Urguls long ago. The very fact that she surpassed me speaks for itself. I refused to give her cause to cast me out as a traitor. No, our rivalry, our little game that ran since our birth, took time. And another thing, when you're at the top, you need something to stave off boredom. This game amused us and terrorized the rest of the Cabal.
Mazazai and the Cabal with the Black Heart, what is their relationship to your Cabal?
The Cabal of the Black Heart is the most ancient of all the Cabals, and the largest. It casts a shadow over all Camorra, and when the Black Heart strikes, you submit or you die. The Reaving Tempest was not prepared to perish, so when the Black Heart's shadow stretched as far as us, Irimeris' predecessors chose to bend the knee and become their vassals. Irimeris never liked the Cabal's subordinate position. Her words, and sometimes her actions, directed against the Black Heart, prompted whispers of discontent and fear among those who served her. I was not willing to renounce the protection of Astrobial Vect's own Cabal. If I had succeeded in overthrowing Irimeris with Nazrakay's aid, many within the Reaving Tempest would have supported me.
Travanas, the Arch-Machinator, what is your connection to him?
Tavantius was Irimeris' ally, not mine. The Reaving Tempest is his patron, and patron also to the Witches of the Arena. I have had cause to seek out his artistry several times, and each time with difficulty. Of late, he's been gone from Camorra more often than he's been in it. He was probably in one of his lairs where he hides his other experiments and creations.
Any idea where his other layers might be?
After Tavantius quarreled with the witches and was stripped of the Cabal's protection, his havens in Camorra were turned into a deadly trap. I imagine they've been ransacked and destroyed by now. His other hideouts may be somewhere in the tangle of the webway, or in real space. But that last possibility is madness even for a homunculus.
When did you have need of his expertise?
When the grotesque of a rival Cabal ripped my arm off at the shoulder, when I needed a substance to wring the truth out of you in the Obsidian Court, when I had personal desires that only a master of flesh could satisfy.
personal desires.
You are just dying to know, aren't you?
That is enough about him, of course. The more I listen, the more it seems that for Proud Cry, you very much enjoys the bidding.
An amusing example of a primitive mind. Any Drukhari towers over any monkey, and we do not conceal our attitude to livestock. But my Kabbalite kin, every one of them should be treated with caution, and those who have already demonstrated their power and might are a deadly threat in their own right. I do not revel in submission. I accept things as they are. And I wait until a point of weakness reveals itself and calls to my blade.
You call yourself a Treeborn, what does that mean?
It is a caste in Camorra. Noble Drukhari born under certain circumstances. Their cradle before birth was not an amniotic gestational tube, but a living womb. Carrying a fetus for such a lengthy term is as good as a death sentence for a female Drukhari. She is too vulnerable to her enemy's attacks, and she is of no use on a raid. In Camorra, only the most powerful Drukhari, who are able to surround themselves with the best protection, can allow themselves such an extravagance. Farkaza Aziriesh, poisoner of Azdrujar, and Shaimish's elect, was one such exalted leader of the Drukhari. The result was worth the effort.
You speak Low Gothic, knowing your kind. I can't believe that you learned it willingly.
It was a punishment. One of my raids was not as successful as it should have been, and Irimaris ordered Tavantius to forcibly implant the knowledge of the repulsive monkey language into my mind. Supposedly so that I could at least benefit the Cabal by coaxing the monkey into their cages. 5 days I spent under a cerebral burner in the Spire's main hall. To the delight of Irimaris' entourage, I dislocated every joint, struggling in agony against my shackles. But I would endure it all again to expel this poison from my head.
You have numerous titles, I recall. Tell me about them.
Eviscerator of Illiridas, Blaze of the Barkag Kingdom, and Slayer of Corocius the Pale. Illiridas was a world inhabited by our distant Eldari cousins, until I led a reaping raid there. The Barkag Kingdom was a separate cluster on the fringes of Camorra before it went to war with the Reaving Tempest, and by the time I left, I was wading through the blood of its inhabitants. And lastly, Corocius the Pale. He was an ancient homunculus who betrayed the Aziriesh at the behest of another Cabal. That was not a military victory, but a personal one. In his attempts to make himself invincible, Corocius had sown inside himself the deadliest creatures from the depths of Camorra. It did not save him. I cut out every one of his 8 hearts and sent them to his former coven as a warning to the rest. Are you sure?
Wish to know more about your kind.
What exactly do you want to know?
In what way do you differ from the Craftworld Eldari?
In all ways. The Asuriani are feeble shadows of our ancestors. We are their true inheritors. The Asuriani hide from she who thirsts behind their paths, relying on the visions of their precious Farseers, who are blind to the reality around them. We Drukhari laugh in the face of the unknown. We thrive off the carnage and pain we inflict.
But why is your kind so obsessed with pain?
Because the ecstasy of suffering is the highest form of pleasure, accessible only to superior beings. By your very nature, creatures like you are incapable of knowing such gratification.
You are, Draco cannot survive this game of poor chaos except by feeding the suffering of others.
Careful. My tolerance for such remarks will run out eventually, even given your depressingly simplistic mind and non-existent instinct for self-preservation.
What do you hide in the webway?
Watch it. It is Monkey who run and hide, not our kin. Camorra is the legacy of our ancestors. They found a way to penetrate the tangle of the webway and move through its twisting labyrinths. Few would hazard to travel in this splintered kingdom, let alone erect bastions in it. The Drukhari are the only Eldari who do not fear the horrors of the webway. For every peril we overcome makes us stronger.
I keep hearing the name Vec. Tell me about him.
No. No one speaks of the Overlord of Camorra without good reason. Amusing you is certainly not reason enough.
That will do.
Perhaps. What else?
What are you planning to do next?
I must adapt to my new circumstances. And to this bucket that you Monkey call a Voidship. These alloy bulkheads. So primitive. Then go. I will find something to amuse myself with.
Alright, so that's you start with. Don't think Abel had anything to discuss.
Lord Captain. Lord...
Yeah, we all have a chat with you at last, probably because it's going to take the longest and probably means we're going to have to start a new episode.
You are spoiled. Oh,
Probably just depends if anyone else has a conversation.
The only sign of me?
Ooh, pardon me. Well, so far it looks like that's it for now. Do you know anything about Tech White?
They mean nothing to me. They're just words. A whisper. So quiet, I barely caught it. Like a feather landing on a pile of down. Something about damned ambitions, antiquity, terrible antiquity. And chance. Chance through it all. Oh, now I have a headache. And the stupid bloody whisper wasn't much help.
You know anything about the door from your visions?
No, Lord Captain, not a thing. And I'm wandering from bay to bay, scaring the crew. But don't worry, I'm sure that as soon as we get close, well, there'll be no mistaking it. Of course.
Alright. Oh. Oh, right, that's the guy we rescued. Kibor, what about you?
Take heed, Nemo. I'll bless.
Alright, what I'll do is I'll put in a save here. And we'll end this one here. I know it's a lot of chat talk and nothing really exciting. But that's what happens when you go into a new act, is you got to get through all the dialogue. Especially when you have... What have we got now? 1, 2, 3, 4... Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 once we go pick up Solomon Companion. So it is what it is. Anyways, thank you for watching everyone, and I'll catch you in the next one.